Good morning, students. Today we will be starting with a new topic, that is levels of management. It is from the same first chapter. So we'll be talking about levels of management today. So before understanding the levels of management, it's better to understand the levels of organization. Okay. So if we talk about levels of organization, on the basis of this, it is divided into two, that is managerial and non-managerial levels. Managerial and non-managerial levels. Okay. So what is managerial levels, or who are managerial members? In this, all such persons are included who manages somebody. If somebody is managing someone, or if somebody is guiding someone, then all those members will come under managing members. Okay, you might have heard about CEO, Chief Executive Officers. So these people, they come at the top. As you can see here, see the chart: top management, middle management, and operational management. So, chief executive officers, board of directors, managing directors, all these people come in top management, top level. Okay. And then the second one is middle management, the departmental managers. Now, what is departmental manager? Who are they? Who are departmental managers? If we talk about the various departments, let's take an example: finance, finance department. So it's not possible for the manager of purchase department to look after the finance department. Why? Because he is not skilled for that. He can do, yes, he can work there, but the one who's working in a production department will not be suitable for the finance department. Somewhere he can means he can adjust to work there, but he is not capable of doing work in another department. Okay. So departmental managers, various department, production, sales, all these departments, they have their own managers. So these departmental managers comes under the top managers: CEO, general manager, managing directors, all they are coming in top level. So who comes below them? Below the top level managers, the departmental managers, or the managers of the various departments. Okay. Now these departmental managers are also called as subordinates. They are also called as subordinates. Now, subordinates, as they are coming in middle level. So, who will come under these subordinates? The supervisors. What we call them? The supervisors. Supervisors work under the departmental manager. That means supervisors comes in the third, that is lower level or operational level. Got it? Supervisors work under the departmental managers, and so they are subordinate to them. In the same manner, workers are subordinate to supervisors. Except workers, all others are called managers irrespective of their designation. He is the manager who builds managerial levels. Their link among themselves is clarified here. Okay. So, you can say that managerial members are those who are working under someone. Now let's come to the second one, that is non-managerial. In this, those employees are included who work directly on the job. The place at which such employees work is known as platform area. Since they are at the lowest level of channel in the organization, they don't have any subordinates. That is why they cannot be called as managers. Okay. For this reason, they are not counted among the level of management. Okay. So the non-managerial members comes at the lowest level. Lowest means not in top, neither in top, nor in middle, nor in operational. They come below that. The workers, those who are directly working on the job, and the level below this operational level is called as platform area. Understood? Now, number of levels of management. In the beginning, you have studied that there were only two levels of management. Okay, owner of the business and the manager. The main function of the owner is to bear the risk, while that of manager was to check, direct, and control. These things you might be knowing in common also. The one is the owner and another one is the manager who will be looking after each and everything. But in the modern organization, the levels are divided into three parts: top level, middle level and lower level. So management at all levels perform managerial functions. Top level managers are the one who spend more time on planning and organizing, as I have already taught you about the functions of management: planning, organizing, staffing, directing and controlling. So this planning and organizing function, basically these two functions are performed by the top level managers. Every individual in the tower of hierarchy is responsible for the successful completion of his task. Okay, he has the authority to complete the task. And this relationship of authority and responsibility binds the superiors, the head, and the subordinates to take the actions. Now, let's look at the functions of various levels of management. First one, top level management. It's difficult to give a clear-cut definition of top management, but it can be said that they are sole proprietors or the owners of the organization. But in general sense, what you can say, that they are the people who occupy top position in the organization. They are at the top level who are entrusted with the responsibility of planning and taking policies and taking policy decisions. Okay, managers of all the major activities areas can be referred to as top management. Then they generally perform what type of functions? They guide whom? The departmental managers. They organize the business into various sections and departments, set out the objectives and policies, making appointments, then reviewing the work of executives, how others are working, and ensuring that they are performing at their best, then preparing the budget and looking after the welfare and the survival of the organization. Now, mainly it is divided into two, that is board of directors and chief executives. Mainly the top level management is divided into two, board of directors and chief executives. Now, who are board of directors? The board of directors concerns itself with the review and decision upon the matters of major importance to the company's success. I repeat, they are with the review and decision upon matters of major importance to the company's success. They reserve authority and responsibility for deciding long-term objectives. If something has to be planned for a long period of time, then these decisions are taken by the board of directors. And they provide invaluable support to the chief executives. That means now here it's clear that chief executives are somehow below to the board of directors. Now, who are chief executives? They are the managing director or the president, or you can say the president of the company. He is the member of the board and represents a link between the board and managerial personnel. Actually speaking, they are, you can say, they are an eye and two hands of the top management. Got it? Board of directors and chief executive, they are basically the two types of top level management. Okay. Now let's come to the second level, that is middle level. Middle level consists of various departmental heads, as I have already told you. Now let's look after the functions of middle level managers. What do they do? What do the managers of the different departments do? Okay, so the first thing, it's very clear, since they are the managers or they are the head of a particular department, so they'll be looking after each and everyone, those who are working under them. Second thing, looking after them is not sufficient, so they'll be providing them with the various training. Then third, they'll see that there is a proper coordination among the employees, those who are working among the various departments and everywhere. Then to cooperate in making the organization a smoothly functioning organization. Then what else? To build a company spirit, so that whatever the company wants, that can be achieved with the help of employees and the other workers. So basically, they are the one who put forward their ideals to top management regarding framing of new policies so that the organizational objectives can be achieved. Got it? Now the third level. Third level also, it can also be named as supervisory or operational level. Okay. It refers to various grades of executive leadership whose work largely to provide personal oversight and direction to cooperative employees. You might have heard about employees. The word employees, okay. These employees, they only basically comes in these levels. Now see the workers. As I have told you, the workers comes in the lowest level. Lowest level means below the lower level or the fourth level. So who looks after these workers? These lower level managers only. They can be called as supervisors, foremen, finance, account officers, sales officers, etc. So the main characteristic of this level is that managers at this level are in direct contact with the employees. They implement the policies of top management communicated to them by the middle level managers. Now, what are their functions? They represent the workers, their grievances to the management, ensure that there is adequate lighting, ventilation, orderliness in the working area, providing proper amenities to the workers, looking after safety of the workers, then helping the management in training, placement, promotion of the workers, then welcoming suggestions from the workers and create better human relationship. So manager of this group actually carry on the work or perform the activities according to the plans of top and also middle level managers. Their authority is limited. They are only responsible. They are not having so much of authority. The quality and the quantity of output depends upon the efficiency of this, because they will be the only one who will be seeing how others are working for the organization. They pass on the instructions to the workers and report to the middle level management. So they are basically responsible for maintaining discipline among the workers. Thank you.